of my series of videos on the new game that I am making. As I said before, once it's all done and up on Dreams and I know how much people like it, because this is not a fan game, I'm going to try and find a company or a producer to get to make the game properly for me, so we can get it up on a store someplace. So what we're going to do today, now this video, is we're going to be having a look at some of the different classes. So let's start with this new character first off. Her name is Sky, and that's basically because if you look at her face you can see just how blue her eyes are. And she is a sorcerer class character. She can twirl jump, and she knows numerous magic spells, as you can see. She can cloak herself for stealth missions. I may be adding a few more abilities to her later on. Right now she's just got basic-y stuff. Now this next one is called Hunter. And she is a techno mistress. And she fights with this sword, but when you press the R2 button, you can convert her right hand into a rifle. Also, when you press the R2 button, you can make her kick out. You may throw out fireballs, and you're not even throwing them out. It's even better than that. You are making them shoot out of her foot. This one is called Light Star, and she is a light cutter class character. Press R2, you'll draw your sword. You can twirl jump with X, or if you hold forwards on your left analog stick while pressing X, so you can do all these cool attacks. The sword may look a little weird to you, but that is because it is the Sword of Light. And this girl kicks some serious butt. This is Honey. Believe it or not, I named this one after my dog, our family dog that me and my mum have. She's a rebel class. And she fights with this ice gun. Now, this over here, this is the full set of Rebel class characters. You'll get to meet all these guys in the game. There are 7 Rebel class characters all in all. Here are the first characters that you encounter in the game. These are Warrior Maiden class. And they're basically just your basic sword combat class. They don't really do that much. They can walk, they can run, and they can attack with sword. Eventually, there will be 20 different races, with 15, at least 15 different character classes to pick from. You play as the Warrior Maiden characters I just showed you from the start, and you can unlock bonus characters to play as by finding secret reward rooms. You do this by locating doors hidden in some of the missions. and these doors can lead to a room which is a character, a room which is a bonus mission, a room which is a mini game, pretty much anything you can imagine. So realistically, it's an excellent way of getting more characters. Princess Helania Darklight is one of the secret characters. She's in the first room, and you can go back to that room anytime you want and practice fighting her for your boss fights, or you can then play as her in the game if you want. Her brother, you meet him fairly early on in the game, but you don't get to play as him until later on in the game. Also, some characters have their own storylines, and some characters you have to go and find and get to help you out. It's gonna be an amazing game, and if possible, I'm hoping to add a character create option on top of all the characters that you can pick. Every character has its own backstory, but also, and is really cool moves and stuff, but it's obviously a really nice thing to be able to have a character edit system in there as well, or character create thing. Reason that I want to eventually find someone who I can pay to get this game made properly for me, so that anyone on PlayStation can buy it and download it for without having to have dreams, is basically I want to prove something. I used to be a Destiny 2 player, but Destiny 2 got ruined, and I'm sure those of you who used to play Destiny 2 as well, will know what I mean by it got ruined. It got ruined by the last director, Luke Smith, by taking away all the content and stuff, and they've become utterly obsessed with how things look and how hard things are. They've been concentrating only on making things as hard as possible and making things look as good as possible graphically, and above all that, on the in-game shop. I want to prove that you can sell a game better by doing everything in your power to appeal to what people actually want, and that the road to take is not to make the game what the director wants it to be, or what the company wants it to be, or what the shareholders want it to be. It's to make it a game that people want to play. Because I have actually passed my creative director training, my tests, lessons, whatever you want to call them, and one of the first things we learned was that, one of the first things we were taught was that a game that looks good is not necessarily a game that is fun to play. You don't look, when you're testing something or thinking about what a game's going to be like, you don't think about it from the perspective of a director. You have to think about it from a perspective of someone who plays the game. And you should never, absolutely never, sacrifice playability and fun for just making things look a bit better. So Dreams has been my go-to app since I got it, and I've had a lot more fun making games than I ever did playing stupid Destiny 2. I would strongly recommend you guys out there do get Dreams. I mean, 35 quid and you get everything that you could possibly need to make a game. It's the exact same stuff a company would use to make a game. There are no limits. The only thing that limits you is how good your imagination is. So the better your imagination, the better you can create. The better you can create. It's amazing. You can make your own fan games. People make Destiny fan games. I'm going to be making a Destiny 3 fan game. Cade's going to be coming back in it. I'm going to be making a sequel to my Power Rangers fan game. But that is stuff that's going to be happening. That is stuff I'm going to be doing after I've completed my Defenders of the Multiverse game. Defenders of the Multiverse is kind of like Dragon Age meet Star Wars meet Destiny meet World of... That Luke Smith is not the right person for any company to trust with the future of a game, because he simply doesn't care if the community's having fun or not. And that making things look as good as possible at the price of everything else, that's something you do if you're in the movie business, not something you do in the video game business. Catch you next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and say something. If you've got dreams and you would like to know if I'll be making a game, if I'll be willing to make a game of some description or collaborate with you, don't hesitate to say in the comments and to send me an invite to collaborate or even a friend request.